Hey everyone, welcome back to Kubota Farm here in East Vineland, New Jersey. We are in the early morning of March, and I did a little bit of just a couple, two, three things before we got together here. Happy Friday to everyone. Hopefully, you had a really good week. I had a pretty good week. If you're interested, my week actually went pretty quick, and I'm looking forward to the weekend. Every weekend's better than, well, it's better than a work week. Let's put it that way, huh? So, hey, let me catch you up on what I did. Nothing too big, but I did end up feeding our chickens. Wasn't a lot to do there, but they need a little bit. I want to take care of them. I did sell 20 more pigs. They were fully matured. So I went ahead and sent them off to the petting zoo. Our sheep are getting close to needing some grass, but I have a feeling they'll make it through this month. Next month, we should be able to start our spring grass cut. So hopefully just in time, actually. Um, so that should actually work out pretty well, I think. So hopefully they're not too concerned about it. We're not too concerned about it. Um, I'm going to set aside a little more grass this time for them because they're really, man, they're grass munchers, aren't they? They are just hungry little beasts. Wanted to show you something else before we kick off here. There's our beautiful new limpkin in, of course, glorious Kubota orange. There's our field full of weeds looking all nasty. We're just going to try and see if this direct drill, we're going to see if it's a direct drill and how it handles this. I don't have a lot of faith in it, but if it does, we're good. If not, we'll grab we'll just probably grab the cultivator and get this field prepped up. We're going to throw some sunflower seed in this field. You know, why not? Poplar's doing pretty well. It's continuing to grow. I wanted to show you something kind of interesting, though. Um, Here, let's run over to our yellow wagon here. Wagon, trailer. What is the difference? Is a wagon... So this would be a trailer, right? And a wagon, doesn't it have the front axle? I think that's what would constitute a wagon versus a trailer, maybe. Anyways, we're going to go into customization. And here's our bad boy right here. And I picked up this little mod called the color configurator. So we hold down, you just kind of click with your mouse and you hold it down and it brings up this RGB screen. Now, I haven't fully gone through everything here because there are a ton of material options, 50 to be exact. And it gets pretty crazy here. But what catches my eye is this right here. So what we're going to do, and I've got these numbers written down here, we're going to try and make this bad boy Kubota orange just to see if it'll work. You know, why not? So 7157. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. Escape. Go back. 7157. Um, let's see here. What do we have? 0578. I grabbed these numbers, by the way, um, from one of our tractors. So hopefully they're right. And you can look up, by the way, if you go out to Google, you can find commonly used colors like John Deere green, Kubota orange. If you do a search on that and just say you want the color codes, you'll generally find them posted out there somewhere. So we can see here it did seem to that's looking pretty Kubota-esque, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Oh, I see. You can zoom in and out. Okay. All right. I gotcha. Oh, and you can even turn it so you can see different light shades. Because if you go, like here's painted plastic, you can see how it's not glossy and just kind of flat looking. Chrome. Oh, that would be interesting. Galvanized metal. I mean, rubber. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Old painted metal. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. We're going to stick with, what else do we have actually here? Less shiny chrome, shiny plastic, shiny scratch silver, fabric, shiny car paint, corrugated metal. Is that what that is? Yeah, corrugated metal, feel. Kind of textury looking maybe. Perforated fabric, rough painted metal. I mean, there's just all kinds of options here, but we're just going to stick with the standard painted metal in Kubota Orange. Let's go ahead and actually let's save this and we'll name it Kubota Orange just in case we want to use it on something else. So the configuration Kubota Orange has been added to the color list and we say okay. And there's our, I guess, our Kubota Orange. Yeah. Now we did have the body work, which we're not being charged for because we had already paid for that. And I don't think anything else has changed. I think we had a platform, didn't we? Oh, nope. There's going to be a charge for the platform. We don't really need the platform. And everything else looks good. So we're going to say yes to customizing that. Say okay. Game didn't crash. And there's our Kubota Orange trailer. Oh, man, you have no idea. Next time you come, next time you all come to East Vineland, New Jersey, there may not be anything that's that's any other color than Kubota Orange. Vermeer? I don't know. I might leave Vermeer because, you know, that's Vermeer's color. I don't want to be mean or anything to anybody else, but case? I mean, this bad boy, do you know how long I searched when I started this series? I was prepping and I wanted as much in Kubota Orange as I could find, and the only combine I could find that allowed for anything close to that was so error-ridden I couldn't use it. And that's how I landed on just saying, screw it, I'm going to use the case. The Bumblebee in Kubota Orange? Oh, boy. Maybe not with the case. I might look a little... I don't know. I can't ruin this look. Just look how gorgeous that case looks with that stinking Bumblebee Airflex. That's epic. But we can play around with this a little bit, and it doesn't look like, from what I can tell, the charge or the cost for it is the same as if whatever the mod would have charged you for a paint job, you know? This JCB, I don't think was in Kubota Orange. I think the JCB, I'll show you something here real quick. So, oh, that's on lease. Oh, see, they got me there. If it's leased, you can't change it. Little stinkers. Let's go in here. Let's check this. Oh, and there's no color selection here. I wonder if the mod author has offered a way to do that if there's no color selection. Well, maybe you won't see as much Kubota Orange as I thought you were going to see. The sheep are like, huh? We don't paint us. We're happy the way we are. Thank you very much. Oh, well. Anyways, that's all the fun we need to have so far for this episode. But I do I mean, come on, you got to admit, that trailer looks kind of sweet, right? I like it. Yeah. All right, so the Limpkin we know is in legit Kubota Orange. That's one of the main reasons why I really liked it. But it is a good cedar. It does seem to be a particularly good cedar. So, and I do believe it is it's a North American, Canadian American cedar. I don't think it's too far away from its native land. So let's get this thing loaded up and let's check out sunflowers. We do indeedly have sunflowers. And don't get me wrong when I say things like that. I'm not some, it's got to be American equipment. It's just I like to stay regional. I play European maps. I play Canadian maps. I kind of like just the equipment to fit the environment, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, let's just see what happens. Something just tells me this thing is it's a mod, and it makes me wonder. Uh-huh. That's kind of what I was thinking. So it is definitely a direct drill. That is actually really kind of nice. That is actually really, really nice. That actually will even benefit us on our environmental score as well. Let's just check this thing out right here. Yeah, it's showing a little patch of sunflower seed. So there you go. Looks like we got lucky. Well, let's do some seeding. 13 miles an hour too. Oh man. 14. I'm liking this thing more and more. Holy cow. Well, that is just going to be amazing when we start really, you know, expanding our farm out and having to deal with some larger fields. This is definitely going to make, and of course, if I can drive and not miss a bunch. Yeah, big time. Big stinking time. So did you all catch yesterday's, I was going to say last night's, but now it's yesterday's episode of Throwback Thursday. Hope you enjoyed it if you had a chance to watch it. If you haven't, I encourage you to check it out. We have a lot of fun on the old family farm. Man, I absolutely cannot say how much I love, or overstate how much I love the old family farm. And it's just every time I go on that map, it just makes me happy. And it brings something out in me. I don't know what it is. I was kind of rewatching parts of it because I always check the video before I put it up just to make sure, you know, audio is working and things like that. And boy, I should probably apologize for how hard I was, or for the comments I made about Phil Collins. And the only reason I'm apologizing is because I don't think I made it clear enough how bad he really is. And how bad Genesis and how bad the group Genesis is. Oh, I'm sorry. If you like Phil Collins, it's all good. I honestly, you know, I don't even know why he came to my mind as, you know, a victim of a rant, but and I don't even want to talk anymore about the rig. I'll tell you this much about that show. I went on to okay. Yeah, I did want to mention this. Okay, so cuz I get this. In previous episodes I've talked about enjoying watching Dallas. The old 70s, 80s show Dallas. Now, many of you, I'm sure, would rightfully so, you know, say, Brad, you're ripping on a show called The Rig and all these comments, but yet you turn around and you're watching Dallas. But understand this, though. Dallas is a classic. Dallas was, in its day, was like the most viewed show, one of the most viewed shows of all time, you know. And and I watch it not because I think it's like this epically written, you know, brilliantly acted show, because you can like shows for different reasons. I like Dallas because it's Dallas, because of sometimes how bad it is, and and how funny it can be at how bad it is. And there's another reason to like shows. I'm going to hit this stinking light post if I continue on my merry way. I'm going to jackknife this cedar too. And that's another reason why I watch a lot of shows, is sometimes you watch them, it's like watching a car accident, you know, or seeing a car accident. You can't take your eyes off of it, right? And that's the way I feel about Dallas sometimes, is it's just so bad that it's hilarious. And I love it just for its history and all that stuff. But yeah, the rig is on another level of just a sad state of television. And ooh, you know what I just thought of? Let's just drive this over. Okay, I was gonna say I hope it doesn't do anything. I'm gonna have to be careful so I don't get into our poplar, that's for sure. Been there, done that before. Are you down or up? You're down. Okay. Well, I'm loving this Lemken. Oh, not loving my driving, but I'm loving this Lemken. I mean, it's making quick work of it. It's this direct drill stuff. Oh man, that's amazing. Not having to go through and have to cultivate. I mean, we'll still have to plow. I think it's every third. Every third, is it? Every third harvest? I should have probably used GPS. This is what you get from me if I'm not using GPS. People watching are probably like, that dude, that dude had a little bit too much lemonade last night. He probably should have gotten some more sleep. But yeah, one way or the other, it'll get done. And we're sitting pretty good with cash. I think I need to keep an eye on the month for wool sales, because I think we are going to sell. We are going to sell some wool. Excuse me. We are going to sell some wool, and we are going to take, and we'll probably end up taking some more over to the spinnery. We'll take some more over to the spinnery as well, but I do want to get some cash. Let me grab this little sliver here that I conveniently missed. And there's another little sliver over yonder there I'm gonna get to eventually. But we've got quite a bit of money still sitting over there by the sheep in wool. So I don't want to miss that opportunity to get that sold. And we might just be able to score another field this year before our next sale, before our next fall or winter sale comes around. We might be able to score another field yet, which would be pretty sweet. Still really thinking about joining. You know, I was thinking about this actually at the end of the the Wednesday's Kubota Farm. The fields that I like to join, that to me at least make sense to join, are the ones where it will cut down on turns, on headland turns, if that makes sense. So like in this case, on this field here, when these two fields were separate, you pretty much double your headlands, so you double the times you have to turn your tractor. And so joining fields basically lengthwise, to me makes a lot of sense. Joining them side by side, I mean, yeah, no problem, you can. I mean, you know, totally your prerogative, but that just doesn't it, not that it doesn't make sense to me, it just isn't as big a deal to me, I guess. Let's put it that way. But one way or the other, we'll get we've got a lot of grass cutting to do in April. We've got 3 decent-sized fields of grass we need to cut. I don't know if there's any... Yep, no contracts coming up yet. I'm not really sure we'll really do many more contracts, honestly, here on Kubota, unless farmers in the area start planting something other than grass. We might just stick with our own business, you know. It was nice to do contracts earlier on, just for the sake of, you know, building up your cash. But at this point, not that, you know, an extra $30,000 wouldn't be exactly horrible, but I don't find it as, you know, as necessary, let's put it that way. But I do love this seeder. This was a smart investment, I think. I think we made a very wise decision picking this thing up, especially the fact that it was on sale. And it's interesting too because you have to kind of watch those sales, right? Because I think we had to pluck down how much, like several $1,000s in repairs on this thing. It was still cheaper to buy it in the used sales than it was brand new out of store. But if money is tight and you think, yeah, I'm going to grab this really good deal on this sale item, and then you get it, like a combine, because I've done this before, and then you buy it and you get it to the farm and you're checking out, maintenance costs, and you got $20,000 worth of maintenance on it. It kind of hurts, if you don't have the money. And then it's also, if you let your combine get bad enough off, it affects your yield. So just something you kind of keep an eye on. I'm gonna get this knocked out. Looks like we're still gonna have to probably go over this field with the weeder. Not a big deal though. But yeah, I think as far as precision farming is concerned, I do think it's going to appreciate the fact that we did not cultivate or plow, for that matter. So that should give us some brownie points. I still wonder if they're going to ever do anything more with precision farming, or if it's just kind of a done deal. I'm going to assume it's just a done deal, and maybe it'll get an update at some point if they need to, but I don't know really what else they could add to it, I guess. I didn't really use precision farming in FS19. If you did, I would be curious to know if it's basically the same, or if they made a lot of changes to it. Or if you compare FS22 precision farming to FS19 precision farming, is it pretty much just, straight across the board the same? I'd be curious. I think we got that field knocked out pretty quick and looking pretty sweet. We still do not own... We don't own a weeder, do we? We always lease that one weeder. Let's get out of here, and we'll actually use garden hose this time. Give the old Kubota a little spritz. Give our limpkin a nice little washing. There you go, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Looking really good, actually. I think it needs a paint job, but we are not going to pay the money they want for a paint job. Oh, there you go. Get out of there, buddy. And let's check our maintenance on our vehicles here. Not too shabby for the Kubota. 61 for the Limpkin. They're all maintained, up to snuff, good to go. We have a sunflower field now with decent pH, good nitrogen already, so we don't even have to worry about spreading fertilizer on this thing, do we? Holy cow. Works for me. Weeds growing, use a weeder. I don't know. I don't see any weeds. Yeah, I know. Sheep are like, yeah, I don't see weeds either, man. We never did buy a weeder, though. I guess we've always just leased that one weeder. What is this guy over here? Wait, what are you? Oh, you're our cultivator, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Let's check something here real quick. Oh. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we saved Kubota Orange, but I guess it only saves it for... Does it only save it for that one, for the trailer? I was kind of hoping you would actually, once you save the color configurations for Kubota Orange, you would see it in other equipment as well. But I guess not. Oh, why do you do that? I'm not, that's not what that's not the key I'm hitting. 7157-0578. And, yeah, I know. Just don't do that. And 0.0015. I think that looks good. Let's do a little bit different here. Let's do galvanized metal. You want to try galvanized metal? Maybe make it rubber. Old painted metal. Okay, I get it. It is kind of an old thing. Let's apply that. And let's customize it. I should have probably saved it. Configuration has been changed. Man, I tell you, it's like a kid on Christmas morning. I just love this. Couple dollars in repair. I don't want to paint it though. She looks good, all beat up. I kind of like that. Okay, just for fun, because we've got a little bit of time. Bear with me on this now. Bear with me. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you can't change. You can't. You can only change the rim color. Okay, so case you're staying red. Oh, the Bumblebee doesn't have color selection. You have escaped Kubota oranging. Kubota oranging. Lucky. Otherwise, I would so do it. What else do we have here? Because some things I made orange, but I didn't use Kubota orange. I used the close to orange. This thing here, that's the orange I usually use. If there's not Kubota orange, I use this Schouten or Schouten, Schouten orange. Let's just try one more thing on this. 7-1, I know you all are probably like, okay, dude, you've had your fun. You know, let's just... I don't know why it does it. I'm trying to hit the backspace to clear those numbers. All right, there we go. 578. And what can I do here? See, I really don't like that. I must just be doing it wrong. There's got to be a better way to do this. This one is 0015. So if we do a 0015, and let's do this one galvanized. Let's try the galvanized, right? Let's see what that looks like. Oh, yeah. Okay. Little bling. Little bit of bling to it, I guess. You know what I'm going to be doing? You all know that when I stop the recording on this, I'm going to spend the next hour going through all the different variables you can do for this just to see how pretty they look. This thing here I don't think has customized... Oh, we're leasing it. Yep, so you got lucky. You got lucky. All right, let's take a quick peek at... let's take a quick peek at our sales screen. I don't think... Oh, hey. Oh, it must have just changed. I'm like, you just took away that that header I was kind of thinking about getting. A spader prepares the field for the next sowing. Oh, that looks... yeah. We don't need it, but that does look like fun, though. Again, we can buy honey and butter pallets probably for a great price, turn around and sell them to make a massive profit. That would be interesting. We already own a Krone forage wagon. Would that, I don't think we need it, but would that work for... I think that would work with our Limkin, wouldn't it? I don't think we really need it, though. Plus, we can't paint it. It's kind of sad. What are you? You look mean, too. Holy cow. That's another spader. It must be spade sale month this year. Oh, this is a... You know what? I used to use this thing. I think this thing's been around, right, in Farming Simulator for a while. And it's a beast, you know, I mean, look at that thing. All right, nothing particularly special in the sales. Going back to the weeders, this is the one we usually use. Boy, I wish it was color configurable because I would be all over that. Yeah, just nothing really here. We're probably just going to have to continue to lease our own old dependable weeder. I don't know. Maybe we'll just wait. Let's see what this field looks like next month, and I don't feel like dragging a weeder over this thing just so it weeds that aren't here are still not here. You know what I mean? Really cool if you have on PC and Mac too. By the way, Course Play has been updated officially in the Giants in-game mod hub to 7.2 now. A lot of features have been added. Probably the biggest one I think is really cool is their silage bunker automation. Yeah, that's sweet. I played around with that the other day. That thing is nice. Holy cow, sheep. All right, keep it coming. When can we sell wool? That's next month, isn't it? Let's check it out real quick before we hang this episode up here. I know we have cornmeal to sell. Oh, you got to be kidding. April. Okay, good. Whew, God, I missed cornmeal sale. All right, so cornmeal's next month. And eggs, I think, are in the winter, if I remember correctly. Eggs are November. And wool is April as well. All right, cool. So next month we will be selling... What's that noise? What is happening with the shovel? What is it doing? It's possessed. The sheep are like, dude, get that shovel away from us. What's it doing? What is it trying to pick up? What is that? Is that snow? Sean, have you been being naughty? It is snow. Hey, you want some snow? There you go. They have absolutely no clue what is going on. Hey, come get your snow. Come get your snow. Don't know what's happening. There was an update to the mod, to the shovel mod, and I think the modder changed the quantity that it holds, if I remember right. And I think something else was mentioned on there too. I forget what it was, but yeah. It's snow. You can eat it, you know, lick it. It's kind of cool. Be nice, might be nice and refreshing. Yeah. I wonder how long that snow will be there. You think it'll make it all summer? We should place a bet on that. All right, at this point, I'm just like probably just drawing this out, and you guys are ready to get started on your weekend. But hey, thanks for joining me again here at Kubota Farm. I really do honestly appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoy the video. Not all videos are, you know, I gotta be honest with you. I am just so happy that people leave the nice comments they do, and the subscriptions and stuff. It's so sweet, and it just encourages me, obviously, to keep going. And I enjoy the game and love the game, and it's great to see other people who love the game and enjoy the game as much, you know, just kind of join in, and we can all have some fun and stuff too. So next month is going to be a little bit busy, and we'll probably skip ahead. We've got this field, and the one back yonder that we need to cut. So we're going to end up with a decent amount of grass, which we will do silage on some. Actually, I am thinking of replacing our fermenting bunker, our fermenting silo here. I want to bump up to the next size. It was kind of getting a little old running it back and forth from our bale storage barn to there. So I think we might do some construction. We might do some construction here on the farm very, very soon as well. But thanks, everyone. If I don't see you, have a really, really good and safe weekend. I will probably be back Saturday or Sunday. I think it's usually I try to get one out on Sunday. So keep an eye on the channel. I'll post something if there's going to be a video. Otherwise, for sure, we'll be back here in East Vineland Monday once again. If I don't see you, have a really safe, wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Let's make sure that we take care of each other. And thanks again for joining me. And I'll see you soon.